Nobody didn't catch that. Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Are y'all kidding me?
Yeah.
What you wanted? A reincarnation of Michael Jordan?
Do we do an intro or do we just get right to it?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, listen. Big Knicks news, Knicks Rehab, another drive-by. Listen, I had to pull over. Yeah. Let's go. Burks. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, now we do the intro. Let's go, baby. Knicks Rehab, Big Knicks.
It's Fabian PerspecTV. Expect this, so accepting. Deja un like, comentario y suscribe. Dame dato.
Share, like, subscribe. Do it all. Knicks.
Are y'all ready?
We got a backup point guard. We got a shooter. Imagine when we get fully healthy. We are here.
They're scared. I hear all you guys scared.
Yeah.
I can hear it. Look at these idiots. I saw everything. I don't need Woj. I don't need Sham, blah, whatever your name is. I got all these Knicks fans all board just waking me up, texting me. Yeah, I said waking me up. Watch your mouth. The glasses are wrong. Let's go. I'm in Vegas. What are you talking about?
Another drive-by tape. Nobody does this. We get the news. I pull over, call my brother. Let's go. Hold on. I'm 46 years old. I've been a Knicks fan my whole life. You have to understand, we haven't made the right decisions in over 20 plus years. I'm going to say it again. I'm 46. I seen Starks go 0 for 12 in the fourth quarter. I seen the two opportunities we had to win a championship. And I stayed down. Yeah. Let's go.
Speaking of the Deutsch, Lieutenant Lux from Germany, Knicks fan from Germany. You kidding me?
Let's go.
All the way from Germany to click with us.
Big shout out to Germany.
I've been a Knicks fan since my daddy crossed that border. Let's go. Shout out to the migrants. I know y'all hate them, but guess what? Give them a Knicks jersey. Tell them to come to the Garden so they can beat your ass. The Knicks are about to go crazy. Are you nuts? So much to say. So officially, we gave up Quentin Grimes.
Yes.
Evan Fournier. Makalaka Flynn. Can't say his name.
Listen, exactly.
Ryan Scudero, 2 members of the Villanova Scova team. Cool. 2 second-round draft picks. The key. 2 second-round draft picks.
Yes.
All for Bojan Bogdanovic. Yes. I love his name. He sounds like the foreign shooter that we've been looking for. Bojan Bogdanovic. He looks like he's from Zoolander. Straight out of Zoolander. Bojan Bogdanovic. And of course, the former Knick, Alec Burks. You summer mama bitch. Shout out to Bernie Mac. You're back. I can't wait to hear what he got to say. Because I know to go from that basement, dirt, big time dirt, as AllBall was here, organization, to the Knicks.
Hold on.
We've never said that a day in my life. I've never said that a day in my life.
Look at this wonderful problem we have. Should we start Bogdanovic or should we bring him off the bench? That's the problem we got now. Yeah. Let me say it again. We got good problems now. Brunson at the 1, Bogdan at the 2, OG at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch at the 5, off the bench, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, Hart, Deuce. What are you telling me? Yeah.
I'm so ill, I'm about to get controversial. Eric Stagg says, we love migrants that came in legally, my guy. Hey, Eric, I love any migrant that has a Knicks jersey on right now. You can sneak in anybody right now. I don't care what you got on, as long as it got orange and blue. It's over. We're about to start a crazy wave. It's about to go crazy. Are you nuts?
Yes. Listen, man.
I'm making fun of Fabian, bro. I'm a son of a migrant myself who came in. Hey, who cares? Guys, don't go crazy with these silly jokes. We are Knicks fans. We are to fight the Brooklyn Nets fans, the silly Boston Celtic fans, the moronic Laker fans that would live in New York for some reason. How the hell do you root for a California team or Boston team? Rob,
Preach.
how?
Preach.
How?
Preach.
And then when we win, I don't want to hear nothing. Where we make this thing worth $20 billion. You think Steph Curry's little pansy ass made the Golden State Warriors worth $20 billion, whatever it is? What you think is gonna happen to the Knicks? We are the wildest fan base in the history of fan bases.
Listen, man.
This is about to get crazy. Leon Rose, first round on me tonight, sucker.
Wow. Listen, man. Yup. Like, real Knicks fans have to understand, if you're a certain age, man, we thought we'd never get here. Where we make the right decisions, the smart decisions. We get the players. We don't give up everything. We still have all our draft picks. We still have all our good players. No disrespect to the guys that left. But we didn't have to give up much, so we didn't get robbed like how we used to. Listen, man. We are being built, me and you've been saying it, like the Detroit Pistons or the Chauncey Billups in them, and like the Allen Iverson, Mutombo, Philadelphia 76ers, who both went to the championship. Detroit won, Philly lost. But once again, we are being built the right way. The right way. In a long time. You got to remember, we haven't had a great basketball team in contention since Patrick Ewing, Oakley, and them guys. I'm 46, so I remember. I dealt with the agony, the pain, the trolling, the book. I dealt with it all. I still deal with it. We are making the right choices. The front office. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. And you know what? We ain't finished. We ain't finished. Yeah. Yeah. Look what city is sexy now? Yeah, what team is sexy now?
Kevin Durant.
Sexy for this shirt. Too sexy for this shirt. So sexy it hurts. I'm a Knicks fan and you know what I mean. And I do my little dance on the catwalk. On the catwalk. Yeah. Yeah.
What? This is crazy. Kevin Durant said we aren't relevant. Where's my man? Aren't you stupid? Don't you feel stupid? You didn't come to the Knicks.
The Knicks.
So we go crazy over the small. They don't get it. They don't understand what real basketball moves are. We do. We appreciate greatness.
Yes.
Of greatness. How do you feel about Alec Burks right now? Hold on. What are you more excited about? Bohan or Alec Burks?
Bohan. He's a shooter. We haven't had a shooter. I don't know. Last time we had a shooter was our guy. Steve. Exactly. But I'm also excited about Burks. I'd rather Brogdon, but I like Burks as well. Once again, we need another ball handler. Burks plays defense.
Then you got a call. Burks plays defense. He was in the Tibbs lineup. Can we hear all ball? He's coming back. He's in the streets now. He's in the streets. You see his face with the New York City background. Burks plays defense. He knows Thibodeau. We can't hear you. We can't hear you all ball. We need the mic. Go jump back in. Burks plays defense. This is just amazing. I'm fully excited. I can't believe what's going on. I'm excited to hear what Alec Burks got to say. I want to hear his press conference. Does he have a Twitter account? Let's see. Twitter. Alec Burks. Do you have a Twitter account, Alex Burks? I keep calling him Alex, by the way. Alex. Apologies. We'll get it in order. We need to see that first press conference just to feel what he sounds like. Excuse me. Yo, Twitter is so funny, man. Hold on a second. We got to come on, man. I hope we don't get sued putting all this stuff on here. But this is this is so great. It says NBA front officers after they see Leon Rose acquire OG Anunoby, Alec Burks, and Bojan Bogdanovic without relinquishing one first-round pick. I got the $1 million man laugh. I got the real life $1 million man laugh. Look at him. Look at him. You kidding me? The Knicks acquired OG Anunoby, Bojan Bogdanovic, Alec Burks without relinquishing a first-round pick, thus retaining all their picks for a potential superstar acquisition in the summer. Additionally, they resolved their issues with Clutch Sports. Jalen Brunson has been named an all-star. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are launching a podcast. I'm almost going to give a F about your podcast, Jalen Brunson. I still refuse until you guys jump on Knicks Rehab. I ain't promoting that. We're only promoting this. Bojan in the building. Bojan in the building. Let's go through them comments. You guys are going crazy. Hello, guys. Welcome home, Alec Burks. Correct. Love my Knicks, baby. Always will. Let's go. Leon Rose is that guy. Thank God we have someone that makes good moves and runs this organization like a real one. Exactly. We doubted him. I did doubt him. Come on now. We all are skeptical. We're all paranoid New Yorkers. If you're a New Yorker, you're a real paranoid dude. You're bipolar by nature and nurture. New York nurtures you into a bipolar figure. Nothing's going to go right. You're skeptical about everybody, including Leon Rose, who's from Jersey. That's why he knew how to handle this. Love what you said there. Thank God we have someone that makes good moves and runs this organization like a real one. CAA bought his organization when he had LeBron James. He had Allen Iverson as clients. He had Carmelo Anthony as clients. Now, he knew like I knew. He knew like I knew. I'm not saying that I'm some sort of genius, but you don't have to go the superstar route. You go with what complements the teams. Even when you have superstars, it's actually harder to complement the super team than it is what we're doing now. Way harder. Now, just what they're doing is too amazing. You have your star, you have your stud, you have the leader of the parade in Jalen Brunson, which I don't want to use the word groom because everybody is like going crazy with that word, but that's the guy from the outset that they saw. It's a dream come true for that whole family. Put yourself in their position, in their shoes, where you're running really the most valuable franchise in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors are not the most valuable franchise. That's the open secret. There's no way anybody's more valuable than the Knicks. We were terrible, and we were worth the most in the league. At our worst, we were worth the most. Think about that. What do you think we would be worth if we had a 90s? Huh? Look what's going on. All you fake Brooklyn Nets fans, get ready to cross back over that bridge, and they're going to charge you congestion fees now. That bridge ain't free no more. That bridge ain't even free no more. I told you the bandwagon prices are going up. I told you that. Them bridges ain't free no more. We used to have 3-4 new bridges. We used to have 3 free bridges from Manhattan to Brooklyn. No mas. No mas. James Bain Dolan said it's a congestion fee to come join the Knicks. That's what it is. Anybody who's been a fan is grandfathered in. That's us, baby. We know if you're a fake Knicks fan, too. We're going to question you. We could tell all you fake Knicks fans who aren't happy right now, go put on a Brooklyn Nets jersey and be who you actually are, because it's time to be the Knicks fan. There's no better time than right now. None. We all got that PTSD from that, but that is over now. I like that optimism. I don't want to ever be blind, of course, but we got to celebrate the good things. We got to celebrate the good things. How many trades have worked out for us in a row now? Remember, our low in the Leon Rose era has to be not drafting Tyrese Halliburton. That is our low. Maybe there's a couple of things in order, but fast forward, we get rid of, or we get Kemba Walker, they get rid of him. It was a nice home, I'm coming home theater, like Tibbs put the kibosh to that. Enough is enough. Got to get him out of rotation. He calls out R.J. Barrett. We drafted IQ and the guys, Jericho Sims and these guys. We're weeding out who wants to be here. The fact that you get Alec Burks back, he was in that era with the Knicks. We traded him to open things up to sign Jalen Brunson this summer. That's what the original trade for Alec Burks was for. Did we forget? I know I didn't. We get rid of, trade Obi Toppin for two second-round draft picks, I think it was, which we may have used in this trade for Alec Burks to get him back. Now, a lot of things happen here, right? Get rid of Obi, and of course, the biggest trade so far is R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly for OG Anunoby. I don't think this is that big, because if that happened in reverse, I don't know if Alec Burks and Bogdanovich with R.J. Barrett and IQ here, it would make that OG trade a little bit harder. But OG, he turns the team around way more than I don't know if I've ever seen a turnaround like that in my life with any team. You know, you have Shaq. That was amazing. Free agent acquisition. Any kind of acquisition. Who turns the team around? Larry Bird being drafted by the Celtics. Did I just compare OG Anunoby being traded to the Knicks to Larry Bird being drafted by the Celtics in 79? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did do that. Have you seen our record? Have you seen it? This is what he does on the defensive end. Again, he's been reported to have an irritation of a bone spur in the elbow. It can't put us in a damper right now because we've been missing Alec Burks and Bogdanovich. No way. Excuse me. If Brunson wants rest, there's no way you can't get him rest now, Thibodeau, because this is what's important that people are not talking about. Tom Thibodeau, we know he's a militant. I want a 6-man rotation if you let me. Tom Thibodeau is a nutcase. Let's not ever get that twisted. He is a nut job of the highest order. Look at the way he laughs, for God's sakes. He looks like a lunatic. He looks like he's locked up in Arkham Asylum on a Batman cartoon. That's what he looks like. But, excuse me. But think about his coaching style, right? If you're him, we know who he is already. Leon Rose, you know who that guy is. Tom Thibodeau is the kind of guy, he wants a 6-man rotation because if he doesn't believe in you, he will kick you out of that rotation. Look what he did with Kemba Walker. That's always going to be my example. They signed him in the offseason. A month and a half into the season, he said, yo, Kemba Walker's out of the rotation. And the way he said it, I want to pull that. I would love to, because I keep referencing that press conference. A month and a half into this season, he said Kemba Walker is out of the rotation. Hilarious, but not hilarious because Kemba Walker's from here. Bronx, stand up. Right? Tom Thibodeau was letting them know, yeah, you guys, we're all family, Leon Rose. We're all friends. But I mean business on the sidelines of the court. Love him or hate him, Tom Thibodeau knows who he is, and he doesn't care that we know that he knows who he is. He doesn't care. He doesn't. He doesn't. Right? And with that being said, if you're Tom Thibodeau, if you're Leon Rose, you have to say to yourself, we know this guy because he's going to fight us on things for his style of play. If you give him Evan Fournier to go play, he's not going to play him. He's going to show you, all right, I like this guy, but you see this, you see the plus minus, you see these minutes, you see this stat, you see that stat. I'm not playing him anymore. He'll tell you that in private. And he'll tell you that publicly because he benched him and hasn't played him since. You have to give him guys that are willing to play in his system. If they don't play defense, he definitely doesn't like them. And he'll keep you out of his rotation. Now, you give him guys where he can't tell you, I don't want to play them. Alec Burks is coming back. That's your guy. You know that. I dare you to tell us, come walk through that door in the office, Leon, Tom Thibodeau. Come walk through them doors in that office and tell me why you're not playing Alec Burks tomorrow night. Tonight. I dare you. He can't. So when you're Leon Rose, it's a win-win. We got a guy that we want. Last year of his contract, along with another shooter. Tom Thibodeau, please tell me why you can't play Bojan Bogdanovic. This is not Evan Fournier. He's a big body karate shooter. Leon Rose is that guy, yep. We all got that PTSD. Bojan turned into Super Knicks. 2 against the Celtics. Do you understand what he's going to do with Brunson on the floor? We're going to watch that. Hope they don't kick us off the live for this. But we're definitely going to watch what made Jalen Brunson. And why it means so much to have Jalen Brunson surrounded by shooters as opposed to non-shooters. Of course, spreading the floor for anybody is the most optimal thing you could do for any basketball player, right? And football right now, it's a positionless game. You cannot have too slow of wide receivers. You'd rather have speed out there than someone who can block because the running game is done. Why do you want a slow wide receiver in the game right now if they're going to be too close to the line of scrimmage? You need them as far away as possible from the line of scrimmage to spread the offense. That's what's going on in football. You need to give the quarterback room so he can run because they're more mobile now. The running back needs to go out on a flat as soon as possible or turn into a five wide receiver game. I don't even watch football no more, but I know the basics of it, right? Once you have that running back turn into a wide receiver, it's over because it's harder to guard that. It's physically harder to guard that when I can't even grab you anymore. It's the same thing in basketball. I can't grab you anymore. I can't touch you. So if we have another wide receiver out there, you're Jalen Brunson, the point guard. Anybody who's a ball handler that can shoot in this era, if you're surrounded by these other wide receivers, because you're the mobile quarterback that can shoot. That's what Jalen Brunson is, right? If I'm surrounded by guys that can't shoot, the guys are going to pack the paint. They're going to leave their guys, sag off their men, and all of a sudden it's harder for me to get into my spin moves. And then remember, he's not just he can pass a little bit better than I thought, Jalen Brunson. I can't, it's harder to kick it to you, right? If they drop off of you and I make a move and they sag too much, once I kick it to you, it's over. Bogdanovic provides that. The killer shooter. Bogdanovic, if you're not ready for the limelight, you're going to find out soon. You got like 10 games. You start missing wide open jumpers like Grimes, we're going to go nuts on you. Grimes was inconsistent. You have the floor open. You have New York City open right now. Pause. You got 10 games. If you start missing shots, you're going to hear about us at the bakery, the deli, your favorite nightclub, wherever the hell you want to go, Bojan. And I'm talking about the random security guard. You better be ready. Alec Burks will tell you. Ask your teammate Alec. You better be ready for every shot. We're not playing any games with you. We're going to see you in the streets, and we're going to let you know 7th Avenue, 12th Avenue, Cozine Avenue in Brooklyn. We don't care where you are. Anybody who knows Cozine knows about Cozine. We don't care where you are. We will tell you about yourself, Bojan. And we will listen. You better be ready for us because we're going crazy. What I think about the Knicks now? What do you think about the Knicks now? Listen, man, I'm excited. We have our more shooting. We have a backup ball handler in Alec Burks. These are the most optimal. He's taller than Tyus Jones. He's familiar with Tom Thibodeau. I'm just beyond excited. Alec Burks height. How tall is Alec Burks? 6 foot, 7 foot. He's 6'6". He's 6'6". Now, you got a 6'6" guard who can handle the ball. That changes things. I seen people throw around the name Dyson Daniels from the Pelicans. You got a big guard like that who can handle the ball. It just more lineups with Brunson and Alec Burks, right? It's different with Mikael Flynn. No disrespect to you, Flynn. But when I saw Mikael Flynn out there, McBride, oh my God, the McBride Alec Burks lineups. Now McBride, he's not a natural point guard. He's not a natural point guard. Deuce McBride is not a natural at the point guard position. It's hard for him to get to the spots that he wants to even pass like he wants to, because he wants to shoot, really. He is fake baby Iverson, as fake as you can get. The only one that was fake was my guy from a couple years ago with the braid, not Alex Trier. I forgot my guy's name back in the day with the Knicks. He's fake baby Iverson. That's who McBride is. But he shoots a lot more efficiently. And he could get the ball in his hands with Alec Burks there. We shouldn't have an issue anymore with that. We shouldn't have an issue anymore with fake baby Iverson, McBride. And now Bogdanovich being in there replaces. Think about this. Bogdanovich didn't just replace Grimes and Fournier, right? Remember, Fournier can shoot. He got a little height. Bogdanovich. Bohan. I just love his name. Bohan. I can't wait to hear that from our guy, Mike Breen. Bohan. Can't wait to hear Will Clyde Frazier say Bohan. Never thought I'd say that. Bohan. What it is? Okay. Now, the most important thing is the last several years. Bohan, who's 34 years old, veteran in the game. He's been on the Nets, the Wizards, the Pacers, the Jazz, and now the Detroit Pistons. He missed about 23 games last year, 13 games the year before, and 19 games the year before that. But he plays pretty much, 81 games, 80 games, 81, 79, 78. There's a lot of games that he plays, the former Net himself, right? He shoots for his career 39.5%, basically 40% from three, and 46% from the field. Now, to me, when you see these stats, 40% from the three-point range and 46% from the field, that shows me he's taking a lot smarter shots than the average three-point shooter. And he can do that more than likely because he is 6'7". He doesn't play 6'7", though. How many rebounds a game does he get? He feels like he gets more, three rebounds a game. Offensive rebound. I'm looking at, anytime we get a player, I always look at the offensive rebounds. Look at Elfrid Payton's offensive rebounds when he was with the Knicks, a little over one offensive rebound a game, because Tom Thibodeau knew we don't have the personnel that I'm looking for to spread the floor, but at least when Julius Randle is getting to the basket, or anyone's getting to the basket, we're gonna have the guards and everybody crashing the boards. And Elfrid Payton was capable of doing that. He wasn't even being guarded anyway. If you have your opponent, someone who's guarding you, they're gonna sag off you to double team your guy, and they're gonna more likely take a bad shot when you're Julius Randle. You're the only good player on the team. Alec Burks is wide open to crash the boards and get these rebounds. So he was getting more than one offensive rebound a game. I expect this 0.5 offensive rebounds to go up because this is just the style that we play. And look, most improved 2 years. He ended up 19th and 14th 2 seasons back to in 2 seasons of his career. Right? Is it most improved? It could have been for most valuable player. What is this? Come on, get it together. Get it together. Basketball Reference. Damn, Bogdanovich was not on the most improved list. Try to embarrass me alive like that. Basketball reference. And of course, I forgot to show you guys Alex Burks. Alex Burks, by the way, I'm gonna call him Alex for the rest of his career. He better get used to it because Alec is kind of tough to say. And then you have Burks in your last name. It's kind of hard to stop. Hit the brakes on Alec and then Burks. It's a tongue twister, bro. Like Fabian PerspecTV, expect it, so accept it. A little bit of a tongue twister. I don't expect you to say it, but I expect you to remember it. I expect you to know who this is. Stunner shades, baby. What do I think about the Knicks now? This is what I think about the Knicks now. Let's not forget Alex Burks, who's 6'6", from a first-round draft pick in the 12th pick. The Utah Jazz drafted him. That's how highly he was sought after in the NBA. He's from Missouri. He's a country boy. He's a country boy. He's a country boy. Alec Burks, most improved, number 27 right there. 30 in the league with the Jazz. Getting 32 years old. But look, now look what I was saying about shooting from the field. I didn't know he was shooting 40% from the field. I don't like that. I don't like that. We'll say that right now as a pessimistic Knicks fan. I don't like 40% from the field. That means your shot selection is trash. You're shooting 5 3-pointers a game, almost 6, 9 shots a game. So the 3 or 4 shots other than your 3-point shots have to improve. They must improve. But look, slide over to the left. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Boom. Slide to the right. 40% from the field, Alec Burks, from the 3-point range. Now, when you have McBride and him out there, what you gonna do? You have Brunson out there with somebody who can shoot 40%. The last 4 seasons, he's been shooting 40% consistently. What you gonna do? 13 points per game. His assists are trash. Let's get it out there. His assist numbers are horrendous. But that's not what we're excited about. We're excited about the 3-point shooting, and we're excited about the fact that he can dribble the damn ball and not get ripped. Mikalakala Flynn. Quentin Grimes, I'm sorry, you couldn't shoot consistently enough. You even went in the off season. Quentin Grimes was in the off season with JJ Redick, changed his jump shot visibly. It's noticeable. Quentin Grimes' jump shot the trigger is way faster. You can tell, but it didn't get better. It just didn't. So what do I think about the Knicks? Yo, Alpha, we got better. The shooting got better. All we wanted was more shooting. We wanted for Jalen Brunson to be able to take the night off. When he should not have been playing against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies benched 10 of their guys. Why was Jalen Brunson in the game? What's hood? What's good? Leak Lycan 329. Lycan is from that movie, right? With the wolves and the Lycans. Fish, what up? Fish likes to move. This wasn't the move y'all wanted, though. 2 Lycans in the building. I would say so, Lycan. I would say we wanted that move, Mr. Lycan, because we kept our 4 first-round draft picks. Again, half hour in, I'm finally getting to the 4 first-rounders. Like that we kept. Somebody's available. There's a big dog that's available. There's a big dog in the NBA. He's trotting around, growling. He's spreading the word. Come May, come June, there's going to be a big-time press conference with one of these guys going bananas. I'm sick of this team. I no longer want to be a part of this organization. I think they talk like this. I believe they talk like this. I have a couple brothers. You need to sign if you want to sign me. I am former MVP. I hope this is not too much of a other accent. But you know who's available. Even though they re-signed last year, we can match that contract. The one guy, it ain't Joel Embiid, fellas. I hope at this point you don't want Joel Embiid. He can't make it through half a season now. We want no parts of Joel Embiid, Leon. Leon, I don't care what kind of charm Joel Embiid has. He has zero stamina, zero desire to win in the playoffs. He's a wrestler, but he's also a heel because he kind of stinks when it matters most. You know who doesn't? Greeky Freaky is gonna get real freaky in the garden come June. And don't let us win. Because if we win, all bets are off. Anybody who ain't signed with us, is over for you guys. Julius Randle got to be licking at his chops right now because he's gonna sit there and go, "Yo, we got a championship team." Everything that Kobe taught you, Julius Randle, you better be ready for it. Massage that shoulder. You better get to the best massage parlors in New York. I was gonna reference certain countries and certain regions that run these massage parlors, but you know who they are. You know who they are. If you live in Queens and you live in Brooklyn, you know who runs these massage parlors. Julius Randle, you need to go visit the massage parlor. And please stay away from Cozine as far as possible. You don't even need to be there, Julius Randle. You have no business being by Cozine. You see how Shosai Bish, he says, I live by Cozine. He ain't lying. Where I live, the wolves don't come out too late on guard. They come out early. They come out late. The cops are right around the corner. They watch everything. Do not be, if you're a Cozine fiend, I know who you be. I know who you are. Leave Cozine out of this show, son. We're not going to talk about that. The Cozine fiends, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Hi, guys. Shooting and height improved today. Thank you, M3 TV. We got two guys who are at least 6 feet. I was sick and tired. Fleet, where you at? I was sick and tired of seeing these midgets. And no disrespect, I'm 5'7". 5'7". I don't want to see the Muggsy Bogues Club out there. No disrespect. I represent my people. But it can't be 3 of you guys next to Jalen Brunson trying to run an offense. It can't be that. No. Finally, we did something about it. We got rid of Mekalakalao Flynn. Quentin Grimes about 6'5", 6'7", but he wasn't efficient. So shooting and height improved today, M3 TV said. 6'6" Alec Burks, 6'7" Bojan Bogdanovic. Veteran leadership. They're gonna say, hey, Alec Burks has never had a playoff run. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Fine. Right? But he's experienced in the league. He's experienced with Tom Thibodeau. Taj Gibson, for God's sake. They brought back Taj Gibson for the 45th time to the New York Knicks. Poor Taj Gibson is chilling in Brooklyn somewhere at a chicken spot. And they keep just hitting his phone every other week. Yo, man, somebody else, another soldier went down. We need you in the mix, Taj. And he's ready to go for battle. Taj Gibson is an absolute Brooklyn soldier. Shout out to Fort Greene. Taj Gibson knows about Cozine. Not that he's been there. I'm not saying he's been there. I'm not saying he's been to Cozine, but he's driven by. You driven by, Taj. Point is, how is it that Taj Gibson was able to go into the lineup, but Evan Fournier wasn't? Like Tom Thibodeau, you got to respect that man. He's telling Leon Rose, I don't care about what you got to tell me. I'm going to do what I do regardless. I'm gonna bring back my guy Taj Gibson so he could get some reps. Who hasn't played in a month in NBA basketball? Who's winded every other minute, every other second on the basketball court? I'm going to play him rather than Evan Fournier. Tom Thibodeau is a sicko of the highest order. Nightmare kids. Let's go. Let us the F go. Nightmare kids. We're going crazy out here. Still would have loved Brogdon. That you got to remember, M3 TV. They're at war with Clutch still. They signed some sort of peace treaty, but Leon Rose is not playing with them. You really want to sign a peace treaty with Clutch and CAA? Leon Rose is in prime position. He's in a better position than Rich Paul and LeBron are right now. Leon Rose is the guy that can help out LeBron. That's what they're looking forward to. Shout out to my guy Jenkins. Got to shout him out because he made me realize Clutch Sports, in my opinion, is up for sale. They're up for sale. They're trying to look for buyers. It's tough to look for buyers if you believe LeBron owns a part of them, but he can't own a part of them on the books, right? So they can't be sold until he's, a free agent or not in the NBA, right? Wow, that's loud. Let me see if I could reduce your background noise. Hold on, let me see. Does that work?
Yo, you the engineer, man. You the engineer, man. You're the engineer, man. Figure it out.
It doesn't reduce the background noise. You can't tell me to figure it out.
Figure it out.
Can you yell? Are you gonna yell like a real Knicks fan right now?
Yo,
are you at work? You can't yell right now.
I just had to tap in real quick. I'm at the
jump in here, man.
I'm getting
Alec Burks. We got Flea in the building. Are we live?
Are we live?
We are live now.
My brother Fabian.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
I like it.
Bojan Bogdanovic. Alec Burks. I'm trying to say your name right. It's a tongue twister. But if you can say Fabian PerspecTV, he's made this so accepted. You can say Alec Burks.
You can say Alec Burks, and you can say Malachi Flynn. His name is Malachi.
You know what? I gotta thank Malachi Flynn because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this position right now. I know people in the comments, they're saying we didn't really upgrade. Is this the move we really wanted? Flea, is this the move that we wanted?
I won't stay long because I know the background noise, and I won't do that. I won't do that to the people. But real fast, this is just another move to set us up for that move that's gonna rock New York City, right? This is just another move, right? Alec Burks was with us a couple years back. He's a Tom Thibodeau guy. Like, if you look in the dictionary of Tom Thibodeau type players, Alec Burks is at the top of the list, right? He's that Tom Thibodeau type guy. We added a shooter in Bogdanovic, like a necessary shooter, a guy that strictly shoots over 40%, right? 44% shooter right now. So I love the addition to our ball club. We've turned RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly into Alec Burks, Bogdanovic, OG Anunoby, Precious Achua, right? Like, we've turned this into a solid trade, like a really, really solid trade. Puts us in a great position. We didn't give up any first-round draft picks. So when Giannis does get pissed off this summer and he demands a trade to New York, we have that. When Jimmy Butler gets tired of Miami Beach, we have that. When Anthony Davis says, okay, LeBron is too old, we have that. Like, whatever it's going to be, we have it now, so that whatever the next superstar that's ready to rock and roll, yeah, we're in a good position to say, hey, Rob Pelinka, here you go, right? We're in a position to say, whoever, here you go. So I love the deal. I won't stay long. Shout out to Knicks Rehab. Shout out to Fabian PerspecTV, the hardest working dude in the business. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment in here. This brother is working hard. I just love being a part of this team. And shout out to the Knicks and shout out to Fabian, man. For real. I'm out of here. I ain't even staying for a reaction. I'm out of here. I'll watch. Shout out to the people in the comments. Shout out to everybody. And big shout out to the New York Knicks. I'm going to finish my margarita and eat my lunch. And I will talk later.
The liquid lunch.
You know how I do.
Lunch.
You know how I do.
Oh, we live. It ain't even Friday. I ain't ranting on you. I'm gonna bleep all this out. I'm really not. But
yo, the comments. Love y'all all. Appreciate everybody that continues to support Knicks Rehab. We on the way. Yo, the Nightmare Kids. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. This guy on the left of the screen, like I said a few seconds ago, is the hardest working man in the business right now. He makes this ship, go. So I needed to let everybody know that he makes this ship go. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Shout out to Knicks Rehab. Shout out to Fabian PerspecTV. I'm out.
That was All We Live. He was live. He's excited. He can't really even get to the excitement that he wants to get to because I know he's going crazy inside, man. Let's go. Big moves. Rest assured there will be memes of DBs and reference with Bohan. I'm not sure what that means. I am 41 years old, Lieutenant Lux OX. Sometimes you gotta take it slow with me. My knees hurt. When you hear DBs and all these memes and all these, what does that mean? I know what a meme is. I love Knicks Rehab. Nightmare Kids. Love you too, man. Yo, this is championship moves. Exactly. Flea was just on. He absolutely hates when I say I hated the Miami Heat offense. I hated the Miami Heat offense when LeBron was there and D Wade. But they know I'm right. LeBron knows I'm right. Because LeBron and Miami will always revert to the 1-4, whatever the hell you call that. With 4 shooters on the court. Why? Because LeBron's going to hog the ball for 25 seconds. There's only 24 seconds in the shot clock. You heard me right. For 25 seconds, LeBron's going to hog the ball and needs an open paint to be able to operate. Right? Wow, I just sent you guys the wrong information. And with this now, am I about to compare Jalen Brunson to LeBron James again? Yes. 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 If you have Jalen, hold on, let me get there. The kids here. The kids here. Let me hold on. First of all, the kids here. Somebody contact this guy. How come it's not coming up? This is this guy. He's pretty decent. I like him. I like him. If you flag us though, I won't like you, and I'm gonna find you in the streets, whatever your name is. If you try to flag our channel. But a lot of these guys, man, they do such an incredible job on just breaking down tape in general. And I love watching stuff like this.
What Jalen Brunson was about to do, which was single-handedly will his team to victory with 40 points overall and 11 MVP. What he said about how they could keep coming back against a tough Indiana team encapsulates everything about this special team.
We kept fighting, man. I mean, no matter what, we're going to keep fighting. That's what we do. Gonna keep fighting every single night. That's what we do. Especially here, man. This place is unbelievable. Especially here.
Congratulations, Jalen. Thank you so much.
The New York Knicks are the hottest team in the NBA in the midst of a 9-game winning streak. And with their new additions, they've turned it up a notch on both ends of the floor. They've got someone who should officially be in the MVP race, a physical presence who can be unstoppable at times, and a collegial group of players who shut their mouths and know their roles. So, let's go through the footage to figure out...
Did he just do a Rock impersonation? I forgot this guy's name, his coach. I've seen him being made fun of. Basketball, what's his name? B-ball breakdown, basketball breakdown. He's been around Twitter for like the existence of Twitter, now X, formerly Twitter, whatever the hell. That sounds like Prince, artist formerly known as Twitter. He's been around forever. He started this on Twitter, and then he made his own YouTube channel, and he broke things.
Are the new Thibodeau, see Julie there? It's the numbers have flipped in a significant way, and based on the lineups tips it's throwing out there, it's even more impressive what he's doing. Far too often, Brunson is surrounded by 3 non-shooters, and that leads to as many as 4 players in his orbit as he gets to the basket. But he's the craftiest finisher in the league, as Butler finds out the hard way as he uses the Euro to the baseline to finish with a strong inside hand. Also, it's not a travel because he ends the dribble with his right foot on the ground.
The Milwaukee Bucks acquired Patrick Beverly. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have an MVP candidate in Milwaukee, and you surrounded him with less defense and made his job harder. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. Giannis is dog-ish on defense, and nobody says this. One-on-one, he can't guard anybody one-on-one. On the weak side, what is this weak side defense that they keep talking about? Him and Brook Lopez. But the Milwaukee Bucks are... Patrick Beverly was their answer of hoping to obtain, excuse me, a defensive presence like Drew Holiday and Grayson Allen. Have you seen what Grayson Allen is doing in Phoenix? He's going bananas. He's going bananas. Shout out to Flea. The only 50, 40, 90 guy in the league right now is Grayson Allen. The only one. He leaves Giannis and gets better. Oh, man. Are we going to talk about these other moves? I do want to finish this video, though, because I want to break down why Jalen Brunson needs the shooters.
He's then allowed to take 2 legal steps into the jump in order to shoot it. Perfect. With Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Precious Achiuwa, there aren't many snipers for him to kick out to, and the paint gets clogged very quickly. But Brunson is one of the best post-up players in the league, and he generates many of them when his drives stall because of the lack of space.
That's what's not talked about enough. Jalen Brunson is one of the best post-up point guards ever at this point. The only thing stopping him to compare him from back in the day is that he's smaller than a lot of these guys. But I think he would have been craftier with his footwork to get to the paint and operate. And you see here, he's about to break down why you need to spread the floor with Brunson there. I would think the defender is about to start cheating off of Josh Hart. I mean, if he was a little bit taller, that's when you can kind of dump it off to Hartenstein. But the point is, they're going to double him up in the paint. And I'll let him explain.
Spacing. The jab into turnaround fade gets him all the space he needs from 14 feet. One solution to the spacing issue is to get Hartenstein in the dunker spot on the weak side. This pulls his man out of the lane, and if they use another non-shooter in Hart as the ball screener, with sharpshooter Dante DiVincenzo on the strong side where his man surely won't help, there's not much the defense can do against an off-foot scooping floater that bounces at the top of the box before.
So you saw the breakdown there, right? You have Hartenstein and the dunker position, as he said. You just going to the paint, bro. He's going to the paint. Like, out of these terms to me, they get, you guys ain't there. Come on, man. The dunker's position. Shut up. B-ball breakdown. The dunker's position. He's going to the paint, bro. He went to the block. He hit the block up, baby. He hit the low block. And now he dragged his man to the post. He doesn't pick and roll with him. Hartenstein's not, he can't pick and pop. So he went directly to the paint. And now it opens things up for him to drive, especially when you saw DiVincenzo in the corner to to have his opponent stick to him and make sure that the paint is open. Again, remember, now we go to the bench. DiVincenzo, who's really a streaky shooter, is being replaced by Alex Burke, shooting 40% from three, being replaced by Bogdanovic, right? Once you have that, solidifying that every time you're on the court, you have a shooter on the court at 2, 3, maybe 4 positions at a time. These are the kind of opportunities and events you want to take place in the NBA, because like I compared to these guys earlier, it's like the mobile quarterback of today. Now today you have quarterbacks who can run a lot better. So with Brunson, you have a lot of point guards who can shoot a lot better and score a lot better. You need the paint to operate from. Trae Young is missing a bunch of this in Atlanta. He's missing a bunch of this. If Trae Young had even more spacing, he becomes more lethal. And that conversation between the competition between him and Jalen Brunson becomes a little bit tougher. But he can't do what Brunson does in the paint. He's not physical enough. He won't be. And they're both smart. Like Trae Young is also a better passer. Trae Young he's up there as the best passer in the league, but even he as the best passer needs this much spacing to operate, to be able to globetrotter his way to some easy baskets.
For going right into the hoop. With only one shooter out there, you can see how much easier it is to contain the pick and roll, as Brunson has nowhere.
This is the breakdown. This is with Jalen Brunson out there with one shooter
to go without his teammates pulling any gravity. This is a typical play and explains why he covers the 6th most.
You see there, right? Sims, Josh Hart. Look where Porter is at. He's in the paint. And remember, Brunson is 6'2". It's not like he's Joker or LeBron, who can pass out of the post and you're sunken this much into the paint. This is why Joel Embiid struggles, and nobody talks about this enough. Joel Embiid struggles even in this position to pass the ball. Nick Nurse had him at the top of the key because he can see the whole field now, and you can't double him like this. Like you see Aaron Gordon right here, he can collapse on Brunson and do a double team, possibly triple team with this guy. I think that's KCP in the corner, and you leave Joker in the paint. You could do all of that right now because Brunson is a smaller guard. He needs to kick out if he leaves his dribble. He needs to kick out as soon as possible to reset himself, like in soccer. You don't give up the dribble. You don't give up the passing. That ball got to move like in soccer. Once that happens, it's over. It's over. But it's harder to do that with Josh Hart, Jericho Sims, and who the hell is over here?
Most distance in the NBA.
And Julius Randle. See, look at this pass. Look how high the ball is. Jalen Brunson, he chucked it. He chucked it like a football. Josh Hart has one of the worst passes in NBA history. By the way, we threw it into the crowd, into the Garden crowd. But you see, Jalen Brunson, it was so he's kind of guessing, and he knows Josh Hart is in his position. The one thing you don't want to do as a player in general, as in life in general, is overthink anything and to guess. When I make you guess, I'm inviting or I'm opening the door for information I'm unsure about, right? So any gamble that turns into a gamble. How do you turn a gamble into an investment? Information, the correct information. He wasn't sure about the information right here, right? Am I a nerd? Sort of. Jalen Brunson did not have the correct information. He didn't know. He wasn't sure. So that's why that pass, it went the way that it did.
This is a typical play and explains why he covers the 6th most distance in the NBA.
He was banking on Josh Hart being there. Look how he catches it. Off position. Josh Hart has no rhythm. Not that he can create rhythm that well, but you want to be able to give it to a guy. If he's able to shoot, Michael Porter is not going to be this much off of him. You have another shooter out there, and with Jericho Sims or even Julius Randle, they can't sit so tight. And a part of it, of course, is Brunson kind of misread this, and he sunk too low anyway. And look at these bodies, though. Denver, look at the bodies Denver has, bro. Pause. Aaron Gordon, KCP. This might be KCP over here. I don't know if that's Bruce Brown or whoever it is. Joker. None of these guys are under 6'7" on the court right now. None of them. They're all 6'7" or taller. That's the counter to why everyone says Brunson's not a 1A. But when you add another shooter out there, it makes Brunson's job easier, therefore getting more one-on-one plays. And now we're closer to the 1A guy, right? Like your job as a coach, as a GM, as anything that's a part of this movement, of any movement, is to make everyone's job easier. So a number 2 or number 3, if you can make more one-on-ones, all of a sudden they look more often like a number 1. They look more often like a number 2. And if that's the case, you're striking championship moments, right? Even as it starts with the top of the organization, getting Alec Burks and Bogdanovich. That's striking the match at championship opportunities. And eliminating as much as possible, eliminating these kind of plays.
And has me worried he'll be ground down to dust by the end of the season. But he never runs out of energy, and another great post move at the end of a drive as he utilizes the up and under from the elbow and drops it in for the and one.
Are you kidding me? Look how vicious he is. None of these guys on the court are under 6'7", and Brunson still scored the basket and got an and one. This is why it's important when, shout out to AllBall, shout out to Flea, when they said should Brunson play in the All-Star game. Hell the F yes. Hell the F yes. When I walk over to the referee and they don't call, let's say they don't call that call right there, and I walk over to the referee and I say, yo, bro, you didn't give me the call. The ref's gonna go, who the hell are you? What the hell is your name? Yo, my name's on the back of the jersey, dog. Listen, number 8, number 11. Get back up court before we tee you up and take you on the bench, right? But now, when it's All-Star Brunson, Mr. 3-point contest winner, we're calling in now. Put the bets down, baby. We're on fire. Now, when it's All-Star Brunson, New York City behind him. Now the referee, you at the Garden? I dare you not to call that call. I dare, because this ain't no disrespect to Melo, no disrespect to Randall, but you got to understand how the crowd controls these mother lovers. Don't think for 1 second that those referees are not human. They're not AI yet. And I'm not talking about Allen Iverson. I'm talking about automated, immune, whatever the hell their name is. This is not an AI robot referee. They're human beings. Don't think for 2 seconds that they're not hearing the crazy mother-loving Garden crowd going, yo, ref, what the hell was that? Yo, ref, don't your family live on Cozine Avenue in Brooklyn, New York? That referee's shoulders all of a sudden going to clamp up and go, oh, man. You better start calling that call on Brunson. I need about 12 more free throws tonight, Blue. You heard me, ref? It's easier for the crowd to root for you when you're a crowd pleaser like Brunson, right? When you're an all-star like Brunson. Now, that's what basketball is all about. It's the politics of the game. That's the shout out to AllBall. That's all we ever talk about. The magic is in the playground first. If you can, that's why when I say Tim Duncan's not a superstar, I agree with Gilbert Arenas. He's not a superstar because if Tim Duncan's at Rucker Park, I'm not going. I'm not going. If Allen Iverson's at Rucker Park, I'm going. I'm going. I'm going back 20 years on y'all right now, but it's the truth. The ladies are going to be at Rucker Park with Allen Iverson's out there. The crowd, he's a crowd pleaser, right? I'm crossing people up. And on top of that, with Jalen Brunson, you're a crowd pleaser and you're nice. I'm checking all the boxes. So when you bring that package to a ref, bro, he's human. Don't tell me for 1 second that he's not thinking about, yo, this crowd, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back to the locker room. You don't want the wild mother lovers in the crowd to turn on you. Not in the Garden, not in New York. I don't care how many cameras there are. All of a sudden, James Dolan, who has like face recognition cameras, all of a sudden, all of that will go out. Am I threatening the referees right now? No, I'm not. I would never admit to that on camera. Are you kidding me? But the point is this. We're in a championship road. These are the politics in the game that you have to get used to. And I think as a fan, I'm watching, I'm like, yo, I would do this. I would do that. Yo, stop complaining to the referee. Jalen Brunson actually came out one time during the game and he stopped complaining to a ref. Like he barked on a ref so bad that even I was like, yo, you're going too far. And immediately after the timeout, he went to go talk to the ref, like, yo, my bad. And the ref stunk up the rest of the game. It wasn't the Pacer game. It was a different game that happened in. I know we won. And it wasn't the Laker game. I think it was the Pacer game. Yeah, it was because they rocked him. They kept hitting him that whole game. It was that bum ref. But we need to play. He needs to play the All-Star game. That was my bottom line. That was my soliloquy. My monologue. Let me get to these comments. I know you guys are excited. Rest assured there will be memes. Championship moves. We got Brogdon and Burke. Let's go. We got Brogdon and Burke. Hey, yo, that accent is on point. You think the Greek freak coming? At this point, we don't know. The point is that somebody's on the way. Like Leon Rose and these guys, you don't keep they keep giving up all these picks for a first round. Like they're holding on to the first round draft picks for a reason. They know that the likes of Danny Ainge are out there and whoever else is out there looking for these first rounders. Look at Sam Presti in OKC. We don't know if SGA is available. Let's keep it 1,000. I'm not saying I want him alongside Brunson, but who knows? Let's say it's Jalen Williams or something like that. Remember, OKC had this issue 14 years ago and they fumbled, right? This is what being clutch is all about. Don't let Sam Presti, who's in the top 4 teams in the West right now, right? Let's put Sam Presti under the gun again. Jalen Williams is a borderline all-star at this point. Jalen Williams, right? Don't let us get a hold of him because Sam Presti, when it's crunch time, you haven't shown that you're able to close out to form that championship team. Even when you had a championship team, you got to press the likes of a Sam Presti. What if Jalen Williams is available? You're giving them 4 first-round draft picks. We're turning into another kind of machine at that point. I'd trade Julius Randle right now for Jalen Williams and 2 first-rounders. It changes everything. Jalen Williams is a playmaker, smart player. And that's just an example. Oh, because all we keep focusing on is Giannis. Giannis is like kind of becoming obvious right now. It's making itself out to be that way. To be in position to go, hey, if we weren't built like this now, how is bringing Giannis going to make things better? We want to add, the closer we can get to adding a Giannis, the better. 4 first-round draft picks here, Julius Randle. We don't give up much of our core. And you're alongside Tom Thibodeau. What's your excuse for defense now? I think he's a better defender than Julius Randle, more impactful, can block more shots. But I need for him the same way he spoke to Hakeem at that point last summer. The same way Giannis spoke to Hakeem, he can go talk to Tom Thibodeau day in, day out and become a better defender. He needs to become a world-class defender. That defensive player of the year, the last 2 or 3 defensive player of the years, what? Hold on, Marcus Smart, Triple J, not Brooke Lopez, Giannis, all these defensive player of the years are kind of garbage on defense. This is going to be the most ridiculous defensive player of the years of all time. They're not that good. Like, how has Drew Holiday not won more defensive player of the years? Jalen Suggs should be talked about as defensive player of the year right now. Jonathan Isaac should be in that conversation for Orlando. Like, they're really holding that team down because if it wasn't for them, they'd lose every game by 10. Now we got snipers on the roof. That perimeter threat should open up Randle and the rest of the big men to do their thing in the paint. Y'all got enough skyscrapers in New York. You don't need dudes, brother. You don't need dudes, brothers. Choose the next order. What's going on? These moves put us in a great position. Leon Rose really earning his check, especially a New York check. Because these guys have been robbing us for years in New York, right? Like, they've been robbing us. World Wide West, not World Wide West. I like this other guy. I forgot his name. He used to be in the Knicks front office for years, and now he's doing podcasts. Congratulations. That's how badly they were robbing us. That you could just do podcasts now and just chill. What's the other guy that's doing the podcast they used to play over here? Theo Pinson? That's how bad. If Alfred Payton comes out and joins them, it'll show you how badly they've been robbing us in New York City. They just show up and take our checks. I could do a podcast now. That's amazing. We finally have a competent front office. Bro, healthy. We have the best starting lineup in the East. Are you crazy? Who rocking with us? They're both listen, guys. Get ready for the bandwagon fans. And don't forget to chart. They owe you. They owe you. They retroactively owe you for jumping on the bandwagon. They need to buy 3 hoodies and give you one. They need to buy you. Every new bandwagon Knicks fan needs to give up a ticket, needs to buy us tickets to the Garden. Right? We want our reparations. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I like this move. Leon Rose doing this thing. Milwaukee just... Yo, Pat Beverly is crazy, bro. The fact that shout out to Patrick Beverly. He was a scorer in high school. I know his story. And I love him because he undressed Rashad McCants, the Hooper King himself, who knows all of basketball. He knows everything about basketball. And Patrick Beverly totally embarrassed him. It was amazing. It was great work. But if you're Milwaukee, if you're Giannis, imagine Giannis is sitting in his living room right now and he sees the Knicks acquiring Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic. And then he gets a text message or he's watching ESPN and he sees the Milwaukee Bucks acquire Patrick Beverly. He probably texted Leon Rose right there and then, somebody get me Leon's number. So I need Leon's number right now. I need Leon Rose's number. I'm not going to stay in Milwaukee. Damian, it was nice to meet you. I believe New York is the place for me. If you want to join me, you can. But I will see you later. With love, Greek Freak. Could you imagine what he's going through right now? What an amazing time to be a Knicks fan, man. He needs to go to Robert Kraft's massage therapist or Deshaun Watson. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, Fish. They tell on you over there. They just closing down all the massage parlors in New York. They shutting all of them down for some reason. I can't wink at you because the sunglasses are here, but you don't want to go to the Deshaun Watson massage parlor. Them guys leak. Robert Kraft, they put cameras in there. Don't go there, Randall. We need you to go to our ethnic foreign massage parlors in Queens and Roosevelt. They had a raid over there, so all the ones that were going to be raided, they got raided already. You're safe now, Randall. You got to avoid these. It's some sketchy massage parlors out there on Roosevelt. So be easy, but we can take you around the block. We'll get you the right massage therapist. Cheap, New York style, ethnic. Taj Gibson is a day worker, day worker waiting on a call from a temp service to work from 8 to noon and for $7.35. Yo, Fish, it is not 2002. The minimum wage has gone up. Taj Gibson makes way more than $7.35. Knicks fans, Knicks Rehab, disgusting. Fish, get ready. I know you feel it, Fish. Fish, you are scared to death that you have to deal with this. You're going to have to log off. You may come off the internet for the rest of the year. If we make it to the championship, Fish, you're going to be fried. You're going to go nuts. Bogdanovic about to win Finals MVP. Charles Barkley's back. Let's go. Let's go. We love you too, Fish. The dreaded 1-4 flatten out. ISO at the top. Dribble for 22 seconds. Exactly. Now imagine Brunson doing that. Because he can shoot, unlike LeBron. That's what we do. The hardest working team in the league. Go debate your mama. There goes that laugh. Yo, come on, man. Patrick Beverley? Yo, Giannis, I'm telling you, Giannis, he might show up. He might be out tonight with a sprained ankle after kicking the door in 3,000 times. After hearing about Patrick Beverley, the acquisition of Patrick Beverley, Giannis might snuff Doc Rivers on camera tonight. Yo, Patrick Beverley, he's looking at his phone like this, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Knicks in 5. To whoever. With whoever. Who you got? We got him in 5. Let's go. I got a bet down, too. Knicks making the conference finals. Easy victory. Easy win. They 1-4 with Doc Rivers, Jules. And they got Patrick Beverley who remedy the situation over there in Milwaukee. The 1-4. The 1-4 Doc Rivers led Bucks. You don't want Knicks fans to be on top of the world, bro. You guys have been making fun of us my whole life. And you got superstars on your team that are going to have to take less money because if they don't, they're going to end up spraining their ankle while kicking in the door, hearing about the likes of Patrick Beverley as their superheroes. Why does the dude narration sound like the guy on every junior high school projector? That's what they say about him. About basketball breakdown. No disrespect to you, B-ball breakdown, because you work hard. And I really can't sit there and break the game down. I wish Flea and Fish, we could work on breaking footage down because we could do a better job. Put some sauce on it with that silly music and everything you got going on. He's doing a great job. He has like 500,000 subscribers or whatever it is. I like the kids here. The kids here is my guy. The kids here, I think he's a white boy or whatever, but he goes, Jalen Brunson breaks it down. He goes, the kids here, love it. The kids here is fly. He started on TikTok, and I thought he had his own Jalen Brunson breakdown. I can feel myself falling asleep like I did back in junior high school, Fish. Oh, damn, my bad. Was it that boring? Shout out bum A. Doc Rivers. Awesome trade. That's right, New Yorker. The lame narrator sounds like he's reading off a microfiche. It's the glasses that make it look like that. Look at Raymond breaking down game film. Did I break it down? Flea? Thanks, man. Embiid struggles because he doesn't understand floor spacing as a big, and the more he dribbles, the worse passing decision he makes. Yo, Embiid, when he's in the paint and the further into the paint he goes, that's the part that ruins him because it's not like Joker. Joker's pump faking, fake passing, and then jump hooking. This guy's just like Joker's a robot, and he scans and does every move for the next best play. With the shot clock in mind, yo, he's like a genius. He's like Joker might be a genius because like Larry Bird was doing stuff like that. Every move is intentional. All right, I see the guy open, I might dish it off, right? And B can't do that. And B doesn't have a fluid game to him. He can't. Don't bring the ball down, MB. Why are you bringing the ball down? You're 7 feet. Joker like this the whole time. Whole time. Oh, you ain't touching the ball. Hold on. Oh, magic, right? When you can, the more places you can shoot and pass from the half court, you're a killer, right? Larry Bird and Joker, and even once LeBron gets into that perimeter range and he sinks into the perimeter, or he fakes it, the 1-4 thing, people cut to the back. That's what makes LeBron too. Like his passing is, come on, his capabilities at passing is second to none. But I wish he moved more. I wish he had more of a post-up game because we know what LeBron is. As far as being able to absorb that much information, if he should have been 6'9" Joker, right? Like imagine LeBron 6'9" Joker. I could shoot, I could pass, and I'm a super athlete. Now I got that over Joker. I'm and wanting you to death, putting you in great foul trouble, all of that. You know, but he's LeBron. Oh, yeah, and Embiid, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the pat, especially down low. Once they double him, that's when I could tell your flaws. Oh, I can't dump it off. That's what made Shaq so dope. Shaq is give me the ball. I don't even get next to me. Palming the ball like this, waiting for the pass. He did what LeBron did on the perimeter. Remember, LeBron is kind of like Shaq on the perimeter. Shaq's like this. Hold on. When he was really good, hold the ball out. Let me see this. The they call it the triangle. These guys are moving around, dumping the ball off. Shaq's a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem not even a great passer. Hakeem wasn't even a great passer. Super footwork and everything, but he was like Kobe, where he's like super footwork and everything, but I'm in my scoring mode. I ain't passing the ball. Hakeem Olajuwon got better at it, but and again, Embiid, that's when they compared Embiid to Hakeem. I'm like, yo, Hakeem wasn't even a great passer, and he learned how to utilize those 4 shooters around him. And his footwork was too incredible. He was too fast. He was a guard out there. Again, Kobe like Michael Jordan like. Embiid doesn't have those capabilities either at passing. So it's not about whether you can pass or not. You have to be smart enough to realize how to give the ball up, make that soccer pass. The soccer pass isn't just about getting the ball back or running a great play. It's you're putting yourself in a better position to put pressure on the defense, man. My dog had some Japanese whiskey before he jumped on today. I had nothing but this good old, cafe, Bustelo. Japanese whiskey is crazy. Presley just went and got Gordon Hayward. Are you impressed by that? Are you impressed by Gordon Hayward? I thought that was a big mistake, Flea. We gotta talk about that. I'm gonna hop off in a second. OKC. You know what? What was that trade looking like? Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's another guy. Gordon Hayward's another guy, right? He better not ever think he's an option on offense. That's my thing with Gordon Hayward. Do not think that you are some sort of option ever in life. Respectfully, Gordon Hayward, you are not an option. What do I mean by that? That means we can never get the ball to you consistently and rely on you. Because if you do, these days are over with. You ain't doing none of that. You don't want Gordon Hayward to think he's a 1 through 3 option. He needs to be a role player to the highest order. He's soft mentality. Remember, he got hurt. That might have hindered his mental as well. But I'm not, OKC, they fortified their roster for a playoff push by acquiring Gordon Hayward from the Charlotte Hornets for guards Trey Mann, Vasilije Micic, and forward Davis Bertans. I like Davis Bertans. Sources told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. When we say we like a player, I think sometimes we just like the name. The Hornets will receive draft compensation in the deal. Do you guys break down the contracts? Hayward is averaging 14.5 points, 4.7 rebounds, 4.6 assists. Although he hasn't played since December 26th because of a left calf issue. Oh, what a surprise. Injuries have been a constant issue for Hayward for years, as he played 52 or fewer games in each of the past 5 seasons, including 25 games this season. I'm sorry. If I'm an OKC fan, I don't even want to read the rest of this article. If I'm an OKC fan, Flea, I'm not happy with getting Gordon Hayward, who doesn't get on the floor. I know OJ Anunoby missed 1,000 games himself. Like, let's not get that twisted. OJ Anunoby for the Knicks, he's missed a bunch of games every year, which I think I overlooked when we got rid of RJ Barrett. Right? OG has played in 74. The only time he's played over 70 games is his rookie season. Every other year, 67, 69, 43, 48, 47. 67. That's kind of tough. He's played in 51 games so far this year, or 41 games so far this season. That's kind of tough. But Gordon Hayward's in the same department for me, where if he can't play that much, how much he's going to contribute. And it's a lot harder with OJ Anunoby since he is a major factor for our defense. But if we're happy with getting Gordon Hayward because when he does play, he swings the game to a different level, right? Gordon Hayward provides his momentum, his momentum just gets rocked. What does he do? Like, he's not bringing you to championship level. OKC has way too many draft picks. Sam Presti, I'm telling you, just like we got crunch time for these ball players, like we say LeBron ain't clutch or whoever ain't clutch in crunch time, Sam Presti, you're on the clock for not being a crunch time front office guy. You guys need to be called to the rug, to the carpet when it's crunch time. We all know they have a possible path to the championship. Let's get that straight. We talk about injuries, how the Milwaukee Bucks how they won the championship with all these injuries a couple years ago with Giannis. Okay, well, that can happen in any given season. Oklahoma City, we can paint a path for them to make the championship and win it, and just be in position to compete, especially with an MVP caliber guy like SGA. Chet Holmgren is shooting lights out, super skilled. Again, putting themselves back in position, the same position they were over 13 years ago, 2011, when they made it to the finals against the Miami Heat. And Sam Presti fumbled the bag big time. He saw the Miami Heat form a big three, similarly to what he formed naturally or organically through the draft. And he decided, you know what, big three, schmig three. I'm going to keep Ibaka and get rid of an MVP caliber type of player in James Harden, who we said was Ginobili 2.0. And now you go on and get Gordon Hayward to solidify your championship path in 2024. Or maybe he's waiting for the offseason with his 25,000 first-round picks to acquire Giannis. Because Giannis OKC would be crazy too, by the way. Okay, stop. The defensive player of the year starts and ends with Anthony Davis. Yes, it does for this season. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is that, well, hold on. OG, if he played more games, would have been in that conversation. But Gobert won a bunch of them, but he's kind of suspect. Like, there should have been a penalty for not being able to be on the floor either, which is what I want to get into with the Dennis Rodman analysis from Kevin Garnett. If Gobert can't stay on the floor and he wins defensive player of the year, I don't know if Rodman can impact this era like Gobert has, since he can't stay on the floor. He has zero offense. Let's be clear. He would have to be way more Draymond, way more Bill Russell on offense. And I don't remember Rodman being able to dribble like that, dribble handoff like that, lead a transition break like that. So Gobert and this era he's the leader of the defensive player of the year. Really, that guy? Marcus Smart, really, that guy? Giannis is a superstar stud, it looks like, but you know I'm a big Giannis guy. Big time Giannis dude. He's a wrestler of the highest order, everything. He's an entertainer. But defensively, he just leaves a lot of like, wait a minute. How do you guys suck that bad on defense and you're 7 feet tall, Greeky Freaky? And you move like that. And you guys stink? Did you ask Akeem for some footwork on defense? Any sort of, can you text him about, hey, how do I defend the block better? You better before you come to New York. I'm going to tell you that right now. We will fly out Akeem, all of us. We will all DM and send public letters to Akeem Olajuwon if you come over here. Because we got to get in your brain about this, Giannis, before you come to the city. You ain't showing up with no flimsy, weak ass defense in the Garden. We will tear you up, Giannis. We don't care how much you cry and yell. Don't ever think that we won't tell you about yourself on defense. You know I will. If the Knicks make the finals, I'm courtside with Knicks gear on and a Jesus piece at the parade. Fish. You might get a pass on the What they calling it? The congestion price. There's a Knicks bandwagon congestion fee. Are you kidding me? Fish, you might be exempt. We might grandfather you in because you've been here with us, laughing at us. You know what I mean? So you might get a congestion fee exemption. And we're going to jump you, Fish. If the Knicks make the finals, I'm courtside. I'm shouting all 4 of y'all out. I'm telling you, this guy's amazing, Fish. If the Knicks make the finals in courtside with Hove, OG Juan, Tata, Cameron singing New York, New York. Yo, Fish, we're going to put a hit out on you if you come near the Garden. Hayward is injury prone. I'm not making that move. He gets hurt right when you need him, and it's always a long month's injury. Hold on a second. Let me see. Gordon Hayward contract. Because he had a big-time contract, and I forgot what year was the last year in Gordon Hayward's contract. 4 years, $120 million. Jesus. Oh, guess who's a free agent? Wow. Excuse me, Sam Presti. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sam Presti. I stand corrected. Made the right move.
Come on. Yeah. Listen, we had some technical difficulties, but we back. Listen, what's good? Talk to me.
We're going over the Gordon Hayward acquisition by Oklahoma City. I thought it was terrible at first, but Gordon Hayward, where's this at? Gordon Hayward is actually a free agent at the end of the year.
Right.
So, come on, man. You can't be mad. I was kind of making fun.
Real quick, the tire shop. You hear all that noise? You want me to jump off?
No, you sound good.
All right, but you don't hear the noise outside?
No.
All right, let's go. I'm sorry.
Gordon Hayward is a free agent this summer. Not that we want him on the team. It's the fact that this player cannot be traded. Oh, wow. Excuse me. This player cannot be traded with other players until April 8th, 2024. Aggregate trade restriction. But why the hell he just traded?
Right.
15% trade kicker triggered via OK. So he made 15% right there, trade bonus. Oh, good for you, Gordon Hayward, you scammer.
Wow.
So he made 15% more on his because he got traded. Good for you, man.
Gotta
good
love
for you,
it.
Gordon Hayward. Yeah,
Gotta
good
love
for you.
it.
Only in America. But that I think they'll take the hit on that because now it opens up more dollars for SGA. Chet Holmgren's probably on his rookie deal still. Man, hold on.
Listen,
Sam Presti, you evil bastard.
Listen, that crew in OKC, them dudes are smart, man. Listen, bro. And if they don't jam this up, how they jammed up KD, Westbrook, Harden, Serge. Listen, they got their crew for until they retire. If this is done right. And one thing, a lot of organizations, if you look at the guys that was there, their tenure for their whole career, Dirk, Tim Duncan, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem. Like, you can go on and on and on. These guys won either one or multiple championships. So it says something about organizations that can keep their main guy or guys for the duration of their whole career. It's always been a plus. It's never a negative. Come on.
And SGA, Chet,
Curry,
they want to keep them.
Sorry. Yeah, Steph Curry, which I'm 99.9% sure he's gonna retire a Golden State Warrior. So we have how many examples to where you do business the right way, you treat your star players the right way, they stay there for their whole career. Hey man, it's nothing but success.
I agree, man, but and he also has the James Harden thing looming over his head, man. Like Sam Presti, he gotta be. Come on, he's living that nightmare every day. He's back in position where they're again now championship caliber. OKC, let's not get this twisted. Young, that's what's stopping him is the inexperience. But Jalen Williams, Flea's been on his bandwagon, pushing for him all year since I've known him. They're right there. A couple of tweaks away. They need a veteran guy. Gordon Hayward isn't that. But the trade deadline is over in about in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Like,
no.
Somebody might be available for them. Nobody.
But,
I can't say nobody's gonna outright not sign with OKC. I don't know that.
But Fabian, remember, OKC don't have to rush. Got to be patient. They don't have to win a championship this year. They just have to be patient. You got to remember, guys like, look at the West. Guys like LeBron, KD, Kawhi, those guys are getting older. So for me, OKC got to be patient. Don't jump out the window. Don't do nothing drastic. And you got to figure 2-3 years from now, it's going to be their league. So for me, they don't want to make the wrong move. This was a smart move. But I think OKC, out of the whole NBA, between them and our Knicks, which I'm being biased because I'm a diehard Knicks fan, I think those two teams right now have the best future ahead of them if they do things right. I'm sorry. I think those two, because they have the pieces, they have the great cities, they have the great organizations, they have smart guys behind the scenes. I think those two organizations, OKC and the Knicks, and when it comes to the future, they doing it the best. Only they can mess themselves up. Can't nobody else mess this up. You're in great position. You have draft picks. You have good players. You have great players, great fan base, great city. Only you can mess this up. So Sam Presti and James Bain Dolan, get out your own way. And the future is yours.
Can you stay on by yourself? Because I gotta stand on business, as the kids say right now.
Not really. Well,
okay.
Not
so
really. Probably in about another hour. I mean, we could come back on later.
Exactly. So at 3:30, we're coming back to celebrate, and just in case something goes crazy while we're live, you're gonna get the old natural reaction because you felt what was going on right now from the bottom of our hearts with this trade. No, they're not super duper stars, but we know what complimentary pieces look like. Favorite perspective, expected, so accepted. They don't like comentario, subscribe. On our way to 7,000. That's all ball. Yo, all ball suckers. We'll be back 3:30 to end the trade deadline.
In the building. Knicks Rehab, y'all.